Once again, thanks all. Okay, very good morning. Yesterday we discussed a lot about a basic intro about Azure SQL database and what is the service tiers, uh, like a DTUs and vCores, and what is the differences of performance tiers in each service tier we discussed, right? Now today, let me go and deploy the Azure SQL database. So before I go and deploy Azure SQL database, okay, just I wanted to compare. Okay, so as everyone, you are going to create a free trial subscription. Okay, so mostly some performance tiers are in hidden. You cannot go and deploy. Let me show you first. Okay, so what are the major difference you will notice whenever you are deploying your Azure SQL database in free trial subscription in or in pay as you go model. Okay, so first I will show you the pay as you go model. Okay, so then I can go for the free trial subscription. See, so this is once you connect to the portal. Okay, so when you go to the subscription, you can see easily like pay as you go model. So this is not a free trial subscription. This is a pay as you go model. Under the pay as you go model, where you can deploy whatever you wanted to create. Okay, so whatever you wanted to create, you can do everything. You can deploy the managed instance as well. You can deploy MI managed instance as well. Okay, let me first create a resource group. Okay, as you already know, uh, SQL RG. I am just creating a resource group SQL RG. Okay, now let me. So now you wanted to create your SQL database. Yes or no? Assume, let me ask you a question first. See, if you wanted to create a database, what are the major prerequisites you will follow in on premises? What are the major things? So assume you wanted to create instance first. See, you wanted to create an instance. Later, you need to create a database, right? Yes or no? Without SQL instance, can you able to create a database? Are you able to create a database?
No.
No. Means without SQL instance, we cannot go and create any database. First, you require one VM. On top of that VM, you require SQL instance. On top of that SQL instance, you can create the SQL database. Like same hierarchy here as well. When you go to the uh, PaaS platform as a service. Okay. So, but in on-premises, you have physically the VM where you can try to connect that VM. On top of that VM, you are going to install the SQL. On top of that SQL, you are going to create a database. That is what you followed. Even when you go for IaaS, infrastructure as a service, also same thing, sir. First, you will deploy a virtual machine. On top of that virtual machine, you will install the SQL. On top of that SQL, you will create a databases. But but we are under PaaS platform. We are under PaaS platform. Then how it will you can differentiate? How you can differentiate, sir, in a PaaS platform? So in a PaaS platform also, you cannot go and directly create a SQL database. Even yes, you can directly open SQL database. Okay, and you can click on create. You can directly click on SQL database and you can directly click on create. But so what it is asking? Sir, what it is asking? Server. But it is not a
Server.
physical server. But it is not a physical server. It is a logical server. It is not a physical server. It is a logical server. Try to understood. You cannot take RDP. You cannot take RDP to the server. Getting? Not getting? Online people? So it is not a
Yes, sir, got it.
physical server, it is a logical server where you can take RDP. But if you want to create a database, okay, definitely you require the logical server. Definitely you require the logical server. First, you need to deploy the logical server. On top of the logical server, where you can deploy your databases, where you can deploy your databases. So before I directly go and deploy, okay, let me search for SQL. See, lot many services you can see when you search with SQL keyword. See, SQL databases, SQL server, SQL elastic pool, SQL managed instance, SQL server registry, SQL virtual machine, SQL server such database, okay, dedicated SQL pool, okay, SQL server Azure Arc, SQL managed instance Azure Arc. So lot many services are available when you go to the SQL, along with some other services also available in marketplace. Azure Synonyms Analytics, Azure Stream, Azure SQL. Okay, so when you click on Azure SQL, okay, as yesterday we seen the slides, right? So how many deployments are available when you go for SQL over the PaaS or over IaaS? See, these two or belong to the PaaS environment. This is completely IaaS environment, infrastructure as a service. See, when you click on here, single database, elastic pool, database server. So when you click on managed instance, currently there is in single instance only. Maybe in future definitely you can see instance pool. So when you wanted to deploy your SQL over IaaS, so we have many flavors. See, even if you have Windows Server 2008 R2, okay. So if you wanted to practice, you can practice all this. So it's like a again IaaS. It's like a on-prem. How your on-prem will work, like same how it will work. SQL in Azure VM. SQL in Azure VM. So these many deployments are available when you go to the cloud. So as part of today, we are mainly focusing on the okay. So Azure SQL database. Okay, so when you wanted to create a database, when you wanted to create a database, first you need to create the logical server that I will show you in the free trial subscription. Let me show you first difference. Okay, let me click on create. Okay, first let me go and create a logical server, sir. Not in a pay as you go model. Let me create a logical server in the free trial subscription. So search for SQL server. So first, if you wanted to deploy Azure SQL database, you should mandatory first create the logical server. Then top of that logical server, you can place your databases. So click on SQL server. Okay. Then click on create. First, I am creating a logical server. Now, okay, let me create here as well. SQL RG. Okay. Now click on server name as uh, okay. So KMS SQL VM. KMS SQL VM. I'm just mentioning the server name as KMS SQL VM. Uh, something issue. This is the one. Okay, now there. Okay, 1 second, sir. Not there. It's too. Okay, 1 second. Sometimes this is the one thing whenever we are in free trial. Not there. Okay, let's do this. No, this is not your free trial issue. This is sometimes the server issues. Busy. Okay, let me do one thing. Brazil. Any location is fine for us. Central India. No. East Asia. No. Um, Let's do one thing there. 1 second, sir. First, so let me first create RG equal RG. So instead of East US, let me select Southeast Asia. Bolivian create. Okay. Then I created RG. Let me go to the SQL server. Let me create it. Okay. Now see. Okay. So sometimes that is the one challenge we will see sometimes. Okay. Now I am creating a logical server, sir, first. Okay. I'm creating a logical server first. Let me create a logical server. On top of that logical server, we can deploy the databases. So first, let me deploy. Okay. So let me provide that logical server name as KMS SQL VM. KMS SQL VM, and I am selecting East US as a reason. And every logical server, you need to provide the username and password. That technically you can call it as a server admin login. Server admin login, sir. Like provide easily for your understanding SA admin. Like easily for your understanding, I am just passing it as a SA admin and provide your password. Provide your password. Okay. So you are passing the logical server name and location, and every logical server name you need to pass your server admin login. So whatever, make sure that like, as a best practice provide as a SA admin. Okay. And click on network. Allow Azure services and resource to access this server. In case if you want to use this logical server in any services which are offering by Microsoft, means what different services, right? Okay, like a VM as a service or Cosmos DB or Azure data factory. If you wanted to use this logical server somewhere, okay, you are telling yes, you can access. Yes, you can access any services which are part of in Azure. Okay, that services can be accessible this server. I am allowing the firewall. If you restrict the firewall, okay, they cannot access this logical server. Assume you deployed a Azure VM on Azure VM and you wanted to access this logical server. By default, it won't allow. You need to again authenticate. You need to allow the firewall. So what I mean to say, okay, just allow the firewall. Allow the firewall so that you can access this logical server in any Azure services. Getting? Not getting? Online people?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes. Okay. Now, Azure Defender for the SQL or security part, I will explain you later. As of now, no need to worry. Just go for the base level. Okay. Then click on tags. So tags are nothing but environment. You can mention environment as a prod. Just mention as a prod, review and create. I am just creating logical server. I am just creating a logical server. See, Microsoft is not charging price, Azure pricing calculator. Okay, when you go for Azure pricing calculator, Microsoft is not charging anything for your logical server. See, when you search with SQL server, are you able to see any SQL server, sir? No, right? Yes or no? Online people?
Yes, sir.
So Microsoft is not charging any price for your logical server, even in pre-trail or even when you go for pay-as-you-go model. In pay-as-you-go model or in free-trail subscription, so Microsoft is not charging anything for your logical server. Then when Microsoft will charge pricing, see whenever you are deploying the databases on top of this logical server, whenever you are deploying the databases on top of this logical server, Microsoft is going to charge. Okay, not okay?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Now let me go and verify. Yes, your logical server is deployed, sir. Okay. So how you are deployed logical server in free trail, same how you will deploy logical server in pay as you go model as well. Any subscription, like it is an enterprise subscription or it is a production subscription or a test subscription, okay, you will deploy the logical server same. Then go to the resources. So this is how your logical server looks like. So this is how your logical server looks like, sir. So overview, complete overview. This is your resource group. This is the status, and this is your login. Okay, and this is your server name and subscription, everything. So when you go to the securities, so Azure Active Directory, Azure Defender for the SQL, Azure auditing, TDE, transparent data encryption. So when you go to the performance, you can see automatic tuning. When you go for recovery, failure groups. So we have lot many things where we are going to discuss one by one. We are going to discuss one by one in throughout our sessions. Now, first thing is you deployed a logical server, and now I wanted to access that logical server. So now you can copy the logical server. Okay, you can copy the logical server path, sir, endpoint, and go to SQL Server Management Studio and paste your logical server endpoint, and then click on, sir, Windows authentications are not compatible when you go for PLAS platform. When you go to the PLAS platform, Windows logins are not compatible. So you need to go for the SQL Server authentication, or you need to go for the Active Directory authentication. SQL Server authentication or Active Directory authentication. So let me go for SQL Server authentication. Later, I can show you Active Directory authentications as well. Now, my username is, so where is my logical server name? So this is my server admin. Okay, I just copied the server admin, and this is my SA admin, and let me provide the password. Let me provide the password and then click on connect. Click on connect. See, when you click on connect, it is asking, see, your client IP address does not have access to the server. Sir, whenever I am deploying the logical server, I allowed only for Azure services, not for my server. Will you accept or not? Yes or no?
Yeah, you only allowed Azure service.
Azure services means if I am connecting this instance, this logical server from Azure VM, I can authenticate directly, sir, because I already allowed. But this is my on-prem. This is my Azure. This is my on-prem. Now I not yet allowed the firewall to connect this logical VM, logical server. Now how to allow? That is the first thing, sir, you need to know. Okay, so now there is a concept called firewalls and virtual networks when you open the logical server. Then click on firewalls. Okay, so now you can allow in different ways. Different ways. See, one is either you can directly click on add client IP address. Wherever you are connecting, automatically it will pick your client IP address, means public IP address. See, this is my IP address. When you can go and verify TMD IP config. So what is my public IP address? Oh, sorry, it will copy my public IP address. My IP address. My IP address. Okay, when you search for my IP address, this is my IP address. 175.10.31.139. Okay, it's my public IP address. So automatically it will get my public IP address. If I wanted to allow you people, you need to provide your public IP address so that I can allow you, so that you can authenticate this logical VM. Getting? Not getting, sir? Or that is the first thing. Or if you know the IP address, if you know the range of the IP address, okay? So IP, just any name, sir. You can specify 0.0.0.0 to 255.255.255.255. Anyone can connect. Sir, any IP address that will start with 0.0.0.0.0, 255, 255, 255, 255, right? Everyone can authenticate. So if I am allowing this one, okay, anyone can connect. So either you can directly add your IP address, or if you wanted to allow certain range, you can also provide the start IP address, end IP address. Within that range, everyone can authenticate to this logical VM. Okay, sir? Getting? Not getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I don't want this one. Okay, now also one more thing. Either if you already created a virtual network, okay, so if you already create a virtual network, you can click on click add existing virtual network, and you can allow them. Or if you wanted to create the virtual network, you can go and create the virtual network, so that within that virtual network range, anyone can access this logical VM. So I shown you all the methods. First is directly you can click on add client IP address, or you can directly pass the IP address range from where to where you wanted to authenticate. Also, if you already having the virtual network, okay, that virtual within that Azure, sir. So within that Azure, okay. So I don't want allow all the services. So I wanted to allow only my required networks. Then you can click on no here and add your virtual network. So that is what your Azure admin network team will do. This firewalls allow, sir. How exactly they are doing means this is how they will perform. So if already you having a network, virtual network, you can add that virtual network, or you can create your own virtual network and you can allow them. Okay? Not okay? Clear, sir?
Yes, sir.
Again, I will come this concept in the security part. Okay, this base level I'm explaining. Okay, first thing, once you create a logical server, if you wanted to authenticate, so you need to first allow your firewall, then you can authenticate to the SQL server, logical server. Click on cancel, then click on connect. Now see, you can directly authenticate because I allowed the firewall, right? So I not yet created any database till now. I just created a logical server. So this is how your logical server looks like. This is how your logical server looks like. So when you connect, okay, your instance, your on-premises instance, when you connect your on-premises instance, see, these many objects are available. These many objects are available: databases, security, server objects, replication, polybase, always on, management, integration, SQL Server agent. extended events profiler, but nothing is available when you connect with the Azure SQL database. But when you connect with Azure MI, you will see all the objects again. MI is again same, so it looks like similar. But when you are working with Azure SQL database only, you will see a lot of challenges. Because the main challenge is there is no concept called SQL Server Agent. No agent, sir, when you go for Azure SQL database. But when you go for MI, yes, there is a agent. Agent is available, sir. But when you go for uh, Azure SQL database, there is no agent. And when you expand the databases, when you expand the databases, okay, so currently no databases, I not yet created any database, sir. Okay, but when you expand the system databases, you will see master, model, MSDB, tempdb. But when you expand system databases, you are able to see only master database. Okay, sir, you can treat this as a on premises, you can treat this as a SQL on Azure VM, you can treat this as a MI. Similar, sir. All these three are similar. Okay, only when you are working with Azure SQL database only you will see a lot of differences and challenges. So that is why I'm just trying to compare. Okay, when you expand system databases, master, model, MSDB, tempdb. Where is master? Where is sorry? Where is model? Where is tempdb? Where is MSDB? Assume MSDB won't available because there is no SQL Server agent, right? SQL Server agent is not compatible with Azure SQL database. So MSDB you can ignore. Then where is my model database? Where is my tempdb? So it is a hidden databases. Model tempdb is a hidden databases when you specially working with the Azure SQL database. Sir, can I verify? Yes. So what you will do? So try to compare, sir. Okay. So let me open two windows. Okay. Let me make this as a yeah. So this is your Azure SQL database. This is your on-premises, sir. Okay. So try to understand the logic easily. So mostly what you will do, you know all the commands like sp underscore who to active, you know the DMVs, you know the DBCC commands, you know some system catalogs. Okay, what you need to do, right? You need to compare what are the commands are compatible, what are the commands are not compatible when you specially go to the Azure SQL database. So in on-premises, what we'll do, sp underscore helpdb, helpdb, it will display complete about your database information. Sp underscore helpdb, it will display complete about your database information. How many databases are available? What is the size of database? See, so this database size is 10 GB. Okay, this database size is 50 GB. Okay, so this database size is approximately 50 GB. And when you create it, and who is the owner, what is the database ID, you will get this sort of information about your all databases. But same command, if I run on sp underscore help db, it is not compatible, sir. So Azure SQL database sp underscore help db is not compatible. So this is how you need to do the practicals, everyone, if you wanted to become the stronger. Getting? Not getting? Online people, I will show you a couple of things. Okay, so so this is the one major differences you will notice when you specially going for Azure SQL database, not on MI, not on Azure SQL VM. Your MI, your Azure SQL VM is absolutely copycat. Okay, you mean to say copycat, sir? Only when you are specially working with Azure SQL database only, you may see lot of compatibility issues. Got you, everyone? So silent.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that is the first thing. Now, I created a logical server, sir. Okay, I created a logical server. So this is how my logical server looks like. And so when I go to the logical server, okay, when I go to the logical server, when you go for Azure SQL database, so SQL database, currently I not yet created any databases. Currently, complete my logical VM is okay. Just till now, I not yet created any database in this logical VM. Now, okay. So you may ask one question. So, sir, is there any limitations where I can go in this logical VM? Means how many databases I can deploy? How many databases I can deploy, sir, in one logical VM? Is there any limitation? Yes, sir. There is a limitation. There is a concept called DTU quota. Okay. So when you go here, so maximum you can use 54,000 DTUs. Maximum you can use 54,000 DTUs. Let me open calculator for you. Okay. Assume, sir, 54,000 maximum DTUs in this logical server. Assume I am going for every database, I am going for 100 DTUs. Every database, I am going for 100 DTUs. So maximum, how many databases you can deploy, sir? All the
40.
people? 540.
540.
540 databases you can deploy when you go for DTU purchasing model. But when you go for vCore purchasing model, when you go for vCore purchasing model, so for 540 maximum vCores you can use. Assume I am going for 8 cores for all databases. When you go for divided by with 8, so maximum 67 databases you can deploy when you are deploying with the vCore model. Means there are limitation. There is no max. Okay, limitation is there, sir. Depends on your database capacity. Okay, so in one logical VM, so these many databases can be fit. Clear? Not clear, sir?
So this is the standard, this quota, or it can vary.
No, this is the standard. You can, if you wanted to increase the quota, again, I told you, right? You need to contact your Microsoft. You need to create a case to the Microsoft. I already shown you in the subscription level. New support request. You need to create a case to the Microsoft to increase the quota, not technical. See, service and subscription limit and quotas. So if you wanted to increase your quota, okay, you can go and raise a case to the Microsoft so that maybe they can increase the quota for your logical VM.
It binds to the subscription, right? Like free tier or standard.
No, anything, any. So okay, it's not like a free trial, is not like a subscription. Okay, so there will be quota. So that is why Microsoft mention a separate window to raise a case to the Microsoft to increase the quotas limitations. Got you, everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
So what I mean to say is there are limitations, sir. There are limitation in one logical server. Okay. Now you are clear. So how to deploy SQL server, logical server, and how to enable the firewall, and how to see the quota of your logical server, and how to authenticate to that logical server, and what is the differences you noticed when you compare with on-premises, or when you compare with the SQL on Azure VM, or when you compare with Azure MI. Any questions on this? All these three, all this concept, my people. Again, I'm asking, if you're not asking questions, that is too bad for you, sir. This is something you wanted to learn. Okay, you are learning one new product. Okay, definitely. You already completed half of SQL Server on-prem. Then if you're sitting idle, that won't help you. That is completely new product, new environment you are learning. Okay, that is what. If you're a bit silent, I cannot help you. I am explaining whatever it will help you a lot when you go for Azure. Okay, especially with the PaaS platform. Now, let me go and deploy database. Okay, now I want to deploy a database. Now, I can click on here. Okay, currently no databases are available. When you go to the logical server, you can click on create database. You can click on create database, or okay, directly you can search for SQL database, then click on create database, then click on create database, sir. Either you can directly create a database from the logical server, or you can go and search with the SQL database and you can create the directly SQL database. Okay, now let me create. My database name is DB1. My database name is DB1. Which logical server I need to fit? Which logical server I need to deploy this database? So if you have multiple logical server, please be careful, sir. Under which logical server I need to deploy this database. I need to deploy this database. So I am having only one logical server. So directly I am deploying the DB1 in that logical server. Okay. Now, so forget about elastic pool. We'll discuss in the coming sessions. Okay. Now, mainly here we need to focus. So compute storage. Okay, compute plus storage, not memory, sir. Memory by default, as I told you, right, based on your core, based on your DTU, memory will be automatically assigned to this database. Sir, you are not selecting any compute for your logical VM. Anywhere you selected compute or storage or memory? No. Complete compute and storage and memory you are going to directly assign to your database. Everyone getting? When you
Yes.
deployed your logical VM, anywhere you selected about the compute and storage? No. When you deploying the database, then you need to select your compute and storage. Now, when you click on configure database, now yesterday I already shown you, right? So how many service tiers are available? Two service tiers. One is one is DTU, one is vCore. You remember or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. One is DTU, one is vCore. So when you go for DTUs, so under free trial subscription, you can create only basic standard. In standard also, we have some certain type of restrictions. Maximum you can use 100 DTUs. You cannot go beyond that one when you are under free trial subscription. When you are free trial subscription, when you go for vCore, you can deploy only under general purpose. See, hyperscale, business critical, or in grayed out, sir. You cannot deploy under free trial subscription. But when you go to the pay as you go model, sir, let me create a logical server. KMS equal VM1 pay as you go. Okay, let's say admin. Provide your password. Okay, then click on OK. Now, when you go to the compute, when you expand here, now you can deploy everything. See, you see the differences, sir. So this is your free trial subscription. This is your pay as you go model. Under free trial subscription, you cannot go and deploy under premium. Okay, so you cannot deploy hyperscale, you can deploy business critical. But when you go for pay as you go model, you can deploy everything. Clear? Not clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, okay, click on configure. Let me show you, sir, completely. Okay. Now, when you go for basic, and first let me discuss about DTU. Then tomorrow we can go for again a vCore or okay. First let me discuss the DTU purchasing model. Okay, when you go for basic under DTU, so maximum you will get 5 DTUs with 2 GB of RAM. Sorry, 2 GB of your storage. Maximum your database size can be 2 GB. Out of this, your log file will also available. Out of this, data maximum size will be 2 GB with 5 DTUs. So when you go for standard purchasing model, maximum okay, let me go for means, so if you want to deploy Azure SQL base database, Microsoft is going to charge 359 rupees per month. The base database, sir. How much Microsoft is charging? 359 Indian rupees per month Microsoft is charging. Okay, so base database. So when you go for standard, okay, so if you are increasing your DTUC, maximum 3000 DTUs you can use, and maximum 1 terabyte your database size can be. So Microsoft is charging 3,33,702 rupees per month. Microsoft is charging when you go for 3000 DTUs and 1 terabyte of your data. Getting? See, when I go to the when I go to the free trial, when you select the standard, okay, see, you are using a free trial subscription which is limited to perform this level, means maximum you can use 10 DTUs. So can I go for S1? Yes, you can use it. S2? No. Only maximum up to S1, means maximum 20 DTUs you can deploy under free trial subscription. So that level of restrictions where you can get it when you go for free trial, but the deployment is same, sir. There is no difference. Okay, how your performance will be vary. Okay, but there is no differences. You can use when you are using pay as you go model or free trial. Everything is look like same only, sir. Okay, so that is why I'm trying to compare. Okay, when you go for premium, here you will get, okay, read scale out. Here you are getting read scale out, sir, where you can read the secondaries, where you can read the secondaries. And would you like to make this database into the zone redundancy? Means I wanted to keep read scale in the same zone or in different zones. In different zones, sir. In India, we have 3 zones, right? Mumbai, Pune, Chennai. So when I go for zone redundancy, one copy will be available in primary, one copy will be available in some other data center in the same region. It's not a different region, sir. In same region, different zones. In same region, different zones. Means one copy will be available in Mumbai, one copy will maintain in the Chennai or Pune to maintain the redundancy. So, and maximum you can go for 4000 DTUs, and maximum your database size can be 4 terabytes. Maximum your database size can be 4 terabytes, sir. How much Microsoft is charging? Oh my God. So, try to understand the logic. Microsoft is not charging for your logical VM, okay? But Microsoft is charging, how much Microsoft is charging for one database, sir? It is not for entire my instance. It's for one database. Oh my God. Getting? Not getting? Online people?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So that is completely about your DTU purchasing model, sir. Any question? Any question, sir? Any questions on DTU purchasing model? If no questions, I can go and deploy the database. Okay. So I am choosing the standard with 20 DTUs and maximum 250 GB of my database. Okay, click on create. So, okay, I selected 20 DTUs with 250 GB of storage. Then a backup storage redundancy. So let me go for local redundancy, sir. I don't want to go for zone or geo redundancy. Local redundancy I'm maintaining. Okay. I am deploying a database with the DTU purchasing model with the performance tier, standard performance tier. Clear, right? Everyone? Online people?
Yes.
Now click on network. Now, so this is again same, sir. If you wanted to allow the firewalls, okay, you can allow the firewall. See, add client IP address. So by default, okay, so it will directly add the client IP address, sir. You no need to again go and manually go to the firewalls and add the IP address to the logical VM. When you say yes, it will take automatically the IP address and it will add to the logical server. It will add to the logical server. And forget about the endpoints and encryption connections. We'll discuss in the security part. Okay, then click on security window. So here also I told you, right, we'll discuss again in the security part. Now here's something I wanted to discuss today, but in initial day, if I'm discussing all this concept, definitely I take to everyone. Tomorrow also I'm going to deploy the same. Okay, let me discuss what is the collation, how to restore with the backup, with the sample data. Okay, so empty database, sir. It will create empty data, none. If you have the backup, you can select the backup. Currently, I don't have any backup here, so it won't choose anything, sir. And if I'm having sample, okay, so you know, right, Adventure Works 2014, Adventure Works 2016 for on premises. Like same, we have one database called Adventure Works LT, lightweight, sir. Okay, light database. Okay, so with whatever the database data is available in Adventure Work LT, exactly what DB1 will also available same. So it will directly replicate. Okay, then choose the sample and click on tag and then click on review and create. Okay, I am going to deploy my DB1 with the standard S1 D20 DTUs with 250 GB of storage capacity. Let me go and create it. Let me go and create it, sir. Any question, online people? How to deploy a database in Azure? So whenever you are deploying the database, you require the database name and you require under which logical server I need to deploy. And very, very important is compute and storage. Either I need to go for the DTU purchasing model or I need to go for the vCore purchasing model, and how many DTUs I need to select and how many vCores I need to select. These are very important when you wanted to create a database in PaaS environment. Either it can be Azure SQL database or it can be MI. Okay, not okay, sir? Online people,
Yeah.
ready? Anil, Titin, Maheshwar, Kausik, Shiva, Ramesh, Shankar, Iqbal. Okay. Now my database is deployed. Okay, please be mute.
Yeah.
Okay, so my database is deployed. See, so this is my logical VM and this is my database. Okay, this is my logical VM, this is my database. Now I already connected to the logical server, sir. Sir, you cannot directly connect to the database, you need to connect to the logical server only. Make a note, sir. You need to connect to the logical server. Once you connect to the logical server, when you refresh the databases, when you refresh database, you can see how many databases are available in that logical VM. Now, just now I created Just now I created DB1, right? Now I am able to see the DB1. When you expand the database, So whatever options you are able to see in on-premises, same options you will see there. Okay, database diagram, tables, views, external resources, synonyms, okay, programmability, query store. So everything you are able to see. And one additional concept is, by default, all your Azure SQL database query store will be enabled. By default, query store is enabled, sir, by default, when you go for Azure SQL database. Okay, see, by default, you are able to see the query store. But when you go for on-premises, no. We need to manually enable the query store, which is introduced on the SQL Server 2016 onboards. Okay, not okay, sir? Everyone online people getting?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Now,
Query
so your
store
data,
it's a
so
new
we'll
feature.
discuss query store. No, query store we'll discuss in later, sir. Okay. Now, any difference you notice when you expand the database with on-prem and Azure? No, right? No. Absolutely same. Whatever the operations you are performing, you will perform same on Azure SQL. So when you expand the securities, when you expand the roles, when you expand the database roles, again same, sir. DB access admin, DB backup operator, DB data reader, DB data writer, DB DDL admin, DB deny data writer. So everything. So in your database also you can expand. Same roles will be available. Same role. But instance level, you will see a lot of differences. When you expand the securities, when you expand the logins, no. Only login you are able to see. Where is the role? But when you expand here the securities, you will see lot many server roles, credentials, cryptography provider, audit, server audit specification. There are nothing. Now you will see some difference at the instance level, not at the DB level. Getting? Okay? Not okay, sir?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all. So any questions on deploying a database using DTU purchasing model before I go to the vCore purchasing model?
No.
No. Okay. So when you expand the database, when you expand the tables, we have a lot many tables are available because we used Adventure Works LT, right? So these are the tables are available, sir. You can perform the select operation, whatever you can. But one major difference you will see when you especially working with Azure SQL databases, cross queries are not possible. What is the major difference you will see? Cross queries are not possible, sir. So what do you mean by cross queries, Subbu? What do you mean by the cross queries? Assume my session is opened under master database. I am under master database, sir, here. Okay. Now what I am going to do means select star from, okay, db1 dot, okay, dbo dot, not dbo, don't go for dbo, db1 dot sales lt dot address. Okay, now I want to run this select statement from master database. So clearly you will get one pop-up call. Okay, clearly one error you will get, it is the performance, the database and or server name, okay, is not supported. Is not supported, sir. Cross queries are not supported. But when you go to the on premises, I am in on premises, sir. Now I am in the master database. Now perform the same select statement. Select star from, what is the tables are available here? Let me, 1 second, sir. Let me get the table name. Okay, so this is my database name dot dbo dot, okay, comments. Okay, now let me go and run this select. Now see, you are retrieving the data. So major drawback you will see is cross queries are not possible. Cross queries are not possible here. The main One of the main challenge you will see with Azure SQL database. But cross queries are possible in MI, sir. Managed instance, yes, it is possible. But with Azure SQL database, no. With the Azure SQL database, no, sir. Got you? Everyone online people?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, same. So one of the major challenge you will see is cross queries are not possible. Okay, now, okay, let me show you some L1 level activities, sir. Okay, let me copy. Let me close this window. I don't want this window. Let me make it as a two windows. This is your cloud or this is your on-premises. Now we'll compare both. SP underscore help DB is compatible in on-premises, is compatible in SQL on Azure VM, is compatible in Azure managed instance. But when you run SP underscore help DB, is not compatible. Okay, when you run SP underscore space used is compatible. SP underscore space used is also compatible. Okay, SP underscore space used is compatible both in on-prem and Azure SQL. Okay, now if you wanted to run sys.databases, so let me go and run sys.databases. What is the database name I mentioned here? Okay, I don't have database name there. Make it as a tempdb. Tempdb. And now let me go and run it. Let me go on. Yes, it's compatible. Okay, but okay, now let me use db1. Let me use db1, sorry, and let me run the same select statement. Okay, yes, sys.databases are compatible. Sys.databases are compatible both in on-prem and Azure SQL database. And master underscore files is compatible in on-prem, okay, but is not compatible in Azure. Sys.master files are not compatible, okay. Sys.database files are compatible, okay, in both Azure SQL database as well. Okay, that is how you need to see the comparison, sir. If you wanted to learn strong about Azure SQL database, so what are compatible, what are not compatible, you need to do all the practicals. Sys logins are not compatible. Sys logins are not compatible. Sys processor is compatible. Sys processor is compatible. SP underscore Hutu is compatible. Yes, is compatible. Now, DBCC SQL for flock space is also compatible. Now here you will see tempdb, MSDB, model database. Okay, model database is also available, sir. Okay, see MSDB is also available. MSDB, tempdb. When you run DBCC SQL for flock space, you are able to see, okay, MSDB is available. Then you will get wonder, sir. SQL Server agent is not available. Then what we can do with MSDB? SQL database agent is not available. That what you can do with MSDB database? You will get one question or not? Online people.
Yes. And same
Yes.
question for model database also. Is there any
Ah,
configuration setting we can check for model database
no.
like file?
Anywhere. First of
Where
all, anywhere you are able to see. If you
no,
wanted
we
to
can't see
change
model
something,
database.
yeah. If you wanted to change something, okay, let me go and change here as a model.
Like DB file location, user DB file location.
File location, no database you can see, sir. It's a logical. It's not a physical. Getting my point? So when you click on, when you go to the view, when you go to the object explorer, when you expand your data, when you right click on your database, go to the properties. In on-premises, you will get the files window, but in Azure PaaS environment, especially where you can see the files, it's logical, right? It's not physical. Online people, are you with me? See, anywhere you are able to see the file.
Yes.
Anywhere you were able to see the file, sir?
No, no.
That's what you need to do the practicals. Okay, how you become the strong. That is what I am trying to explain you, sir. Convey you. Compare. So do the same activity in on-premises, same copy the same script, and do in the Azure, and make a note everything. Okay, we cannot shrink, we cannot add the file, we cannot modify the file growth. Compare na, you will get one better idea. Why I need to explain everything for you. Try to do, then you will become the stronger in on-prem and Azure, right? Anyhow, you won't do in on-prem. In on-prem, you never go to the right click and try to expand your create the NDF files, right? Try to practice both at a time. Then definitely you will become stronger, right? What I mean to say? Getting? Not
Yes.
getting? Yeah. When I go and see, what is your physical path, sir?
Yes.
Will you change the physical path?
No.
Where you will keep your physical path if you wanted to add? No. Okay. Now, sys login, sys process. Okay. Now, if you run SP config, you will get lot of options in on-premises like a maxdraw, polybase, DAC. Lot many options are available. So when you run SP underscore config in Azure, it is not compatible. It is not compatible. If you want to if you wanted to make the database into single user mode, okay, if you wanted to make the database into single user mode, can I go and perform it? Alter statement is not compatible. Most of the time, alter statement is not compatible. But you can keep the database into single user mode, sir. That is what. Okay, you can keep the database into single user mode, but from command prompt, no. From the graphical user interface, yes. From the graphical user interface, yes. You can right click on database, go to the properties. 1 second, it may take some time. Yeah, when you go to the options, okay, scroll on, single user. But from command prompt, what I mean to say is no. You cannot keep it from the command prompt. Getting? Not getting? Online
Getting, sir.
people?
Sir, can you do single user? Can you change the single user and login again?
Let me explain you all this one. Do the practical. Come tomorrow. Everyone okay?
Okay. And
Everyone.
one question also, sir. What is the, you told that what is the use of MSDB if agent is not available? Why it is
What is the
showing?
use? You tell me. You know about the SQL than me, right, sir? From past 30 days, you've been listening a lot of classes. Then what you learn about MSDB? What data will be available in MSDB? What data will be available in MSDB? I can
So,
stop the SQL Server agent here. Sir, I can stop the SQL agent here. I don't want agent. I can stop here. What
okay.
is the purpose of MSDB?
For jobs, the only purpose,
If I stop, if I stop agent, if I stop agent, how you can run the jobs?
yes.
Then what is the purpose of MSDB? Only for automation?
SQL Server will down.
Yes.
SQL services will done. Who told this answer?
No, no. SQL service will not down. So MSDB only for jobs. So in
Only for jobs.
Azure SQL,
Sir, at the ending you are telling okay, I don't know anything about the SQL. Sir, MSDB, I told you a lot. MSDB not only for sir. MSDB not only for automation, it will store the historical data, right? What is that historical data? What is the historical data, sir? Backups, restores,
Backup.
dropshipping. Then everyone, why you forget, sir? Only MSDB means only automation. So what
Okay,
about
if
the
you are
historical data?
taking manually, okay. If you are taking manual backups, so history will be there. Okay, okay, thank you.
Okay. Now, can I
Okay.
change the collection? Can I change the collection?
No.
No.
Let me do one thing. Let me. Okay, see, alter statement failed. Okay. So what I mean to say, that's what, sir. Whenever you are working with Azure SQL database, especially with Azure SQL database, you need to remember the commands, not from GUI. Okay. So most of the times you need to remember the commands. So practice more on Azure SQL database. You will be more stronger. Everyone, you will be more stronger when you practice with Azure SQL database. Anyhow, you won't do all these activities from the command prompt when you are working with on premises, when you are working with SQL on Azure VM, when you are working with MI. But mostly, this is the best opportunity where you will be strong in technical when you are working with Azure SQL database. Clear? Not clear? Online people? Any
Yes,
questions,
sir.
sir? So we have lot many still. I am not discussing all this today. We have lot many demos. Okay, I will explain you one by one tomorrow. Okay. If you want to see, okay, let me go for this one only. Okay, because this is not yet covered for you people, so I don't want to explain all these tasks. But let me, sir. This all is applicable in on-prem, sir. I don't want to again go and perform side by side. This all applicable in on-prem. Okay, so these are very very important DMVs we are going to discuss from next week, advanced level. Okay, so you know about the schedulers. So here also you will see the schedulers. Okay, so one scheduler. Okay, see currently. Okay, let me go and run only this one. Okay, so currently, okay, so how many schedulers are available? Currently two schedulers are available, and one is for DAC, one is for DAC, and completely, okay, a couple of schedulers are hidden back end level activities, sir. Okay, hidden schedulers will perform back-end level, and whatever the schedulers are available, that schedulers we are going to use it. We are going to discuss a lot whenever we are discussing advanced level, all this concept. And if you wanted to know the worker threads, so you can get the total worker. That means maximum 775 worker threads can be possible at a time. Means 775 connections you can establish. 779, 775 threads you can run at a time. Okay, so all this, but except some
Means
DMVs is not
user,
come.
means application user.
No. Wait. I am not discussing anything in detail. Okay, I will explain completely next week, because we everyone don't know about what is worker thread. I cannot go and explain you that what is that 775. Okay, let me come up with SQL OS architecture with a perfect demo. Okay, I will explain you complete about what is task, what is thread, what is worker. Worker is not a connection, sir. Worker is a hierarchy. Like, see,
Okay.
when you are trying to perform select star from EMP, so what is happening in the backend? Anyone? Iqbal, Jatin, Anil, Sohel. What is performing in the backend? Venkat, Sridhar, Naveen. Anyone, sir? So what is happening in the backend when you perform select star from EMP?
First, you go to SQL engine,
No,
then compile.
I don't want SQL OS level architecture. Okay, I just want seek not database engine architecture. I want SQL OS architecture. I don't want database engine architecture. Okay, so how the query will process under database engine architecture. I am asking how your query will be processed under SQL OS architecture.
Yeah. First it will go to buffer, and if it is available, then after that it will go to the disk.
No. I
So
again,
it
I
will
am
fetch the
again
data.
telling, I am not asking from database engine architecture. I am asking SQL OS architecture level. Again, repeating the question. Database engine, and I'm not asking. I know most of the people will know the database engine architecture. What about SQL OS architecture? Anyone? Then that is why I'm not telling anything about here. Let me discuss SQL OS architecture next week. Okay, we'll discuss what is thread, what is task, what is worker, what is scheduler. If you don't know this hierarchy, then it's very difficult, sir. SQL OS architecture means you need to know the hierarchy. Schedulers, okay, on below the scheduler there is a worker. Every worker there will be associated task. Every associated task there will be threads. There will be threads. Getting? So I need to explain all this. This I am comparing, sir. What, why I'm making this demo means I'm just running this one. Okay, just you feel that okay, whatever the DMVs, whatever the DBCS commands we are using, almost it will be applicable. But couple of things no, couple of things or not. We have any alternative that also we are going to discuss in Azure performance tuning level. Okay, I will compare the performance tuning with on-prem with Azure. Okay, better you will get more idea. So that is why I am ignoring Iqbal. So next week anyhow we'll come up with all these concepts when we go for advanced level. No worries, I am not skipping anything. Okay, now,
Okay.
so one of the important is dm underscore os underscore performance underscore counters. That is also is compatible. Numa is compatible, sir. Okay, Numa is compatible. Anyone knows about the what is that Numa? See, there is two Numa will be created. One is for DAC, one is for regular. By default, every server there will be one Numa node and one for DAC, one for controller, memory controllers. Okay, all this, that's what. Just bear for some more time. We are going to discuss and about the Clux or compatible. So Clux also compatible. Sorry, SQL memory nodes also compatible. But one very important DMV, DM underscore OS underscore process underscore memory is not compatible. So very bad. Very interesting DMV when we start the troubleshooting with the memory. Okay, you know about DMOS process memory? Anyone? Lot of the things about memory utilization. So when you are running in on-prem, very interesting DMV, very important DMV. So we will rely on that DMV. Okay, especially we will rely on this DMV whenever you are working with memory troubleshoot. So I won't rely on the task manager. So when I go to the task manager, so when you go to the details, okay, so when you click on here, SQL Server is the culprit. Every time it will show memory utilization is the topmost SQL Server. But when I go here, then I came to know what is the SQL utilization, exact current SQL utilization. And you will say large page memory allocation, locked page memory allocation, total virtual address space available, okay, reserved virtual space, a lot many things where we are going to discuss. See, physical process physical memory low. In case physical memory is low, that value 0 will convert into 1. Virtual memory is low, that 0 will convert into 1. Okay, because now currently everything is stable, now nothing. Okay, so value is 0. In case if there is too pressure in physical memory, too pressure in virtual memory, then the value automatically 0, it will display in 1 1. Okay, so this and all we need to discuss first before I go and run this comment. But what I'm going to do means, whenever you are starting the practice, okay, you need to do this is the what the practice. What are the DMVs I'm going to use in on premises in a SQL on Azure VM? What are the DMVs I can use on the Azure SQL database? But MI is also same, sir. almost all are compatible only, but only especially when you are working with Azure SQL database, this is the one challenge. This is related to the memory, and Clux is also compatible, sir. Okay, so we have around 322 Clux. So we are going to discuss practical. What are the Clux are very important. Cache store Clux, object store Clux, reserved Clux, buffer pool Clux. Okay, again cache store SQL CP, SQL OS. Okay, SOS OS, SOS node, uh, extended events, buffer Clux. So a couple of Clux are very important that we are going to discuss. Okay, and one of the very important DMV when you are working with IO, input output latency. So DM underscore IO underscore virtual underscore file stats is also very important. In that DMV, mostly we look into the stalls. IO stalls reads per millisecond. Okay, so mostly we won't directly run this way. So we need to perform some calculations, some aggregations to get the better value, to get the better benchmark values when you wanted to troubleshoot something. Okay, hope you got it, what you need to do. So these all concepts I will explain in advanced levels, so no need to worry. Okay, we'll discuss in detail with the practical demos. All almost all I will explain you practical demos. Like IO latency, no sir, because we don't have standards to suss disk level latency. But CPU I can present, memory I can show you practically, but except IO, everything I can show you practically with reproducing the issue, and we'll try to troubleshoot. We'll reproduce the issue and we'll try to troubleshoot, sir. Okay, hope day one you got some basic intro.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can you execute a DBCC SQL perf log space in Azure SQL right now?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Why it is showing two entries for master database?
That's even we are also doubt. We went to the multiple blocks. We are not getting more info about that one. Maybe two log files has been created by Microsoft. Not sure. I went to multiple blocks to get that sort of info. Somehow I'm not getting.
Okay.
Every batch. This is a common question. I search in Google. I try to identify something, but no, unfortunately. But when we go for select star from sys dot databases basis, when you execute it, so we have only so when you go for where database name, no, sorry, not database name equal to master. So when you run here, okay, so let me go for not database, let me go for database files. Database files. Okay, let me go for database files. So you will see only one log file. Jatin, getting? I'm not sure why Microsoft missed that one by he mentioned two master log files. That is a one strange question, even for me as well.
Okay.
Even I discuss with escalation engineers as well, but still, okay, now they are also not getting an article. That is the one thing. If I get, definitely I can share the input. Clear? Not clear, sir, everyone?
Yes, this is clear.
We cannot create a new database in SQL Server, right?
Sorry? You can create the database. Create
New database in the
database.
Azure.
create database DB2. You can create it, sir. I am creating, see. You can create it. Yes, you can create
Okay.
it from command prompt. But here one thing you need to identify. If I create the data, if I'm creating the database with command prompt, later you need to go and change the service tiers, right? Yes or no? I am not sure which service tier by default it will choose. It will by default it will go to the DTU. Means if it is getting the DTU means there will be model databases there. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
But it is hidden. That's what's up. See why? Because Azure SQL Database is a, whenever Microsoft started okay cloud, so he provided as a service. Now with the latest and very user friendly is MI, sir, managed instance. So you won't see much challenges when you are working with MI. Okay, but when you are working with Azure SQL database only, you will see a lot of challenges, lot of complexity with Azure SQL database, lot of restrictions. But when you go for MI, it's user friendly, sir. Okay, see, database is created.
Yes.
Now you can go and refresh, go to the logical server, sir. It will take some time to reflect here. Okay, just hold on. See, are you able to see DB2?
Yes.
Okay, you can create. Later, you can go and change the service tiers from the here. Okay, because it's very difficult to remember all the commands in day-to-day our business busy life. Okay, yes or no? You will agree or not? So I am not telling that I'm not telling that I remembered every command. Okay, I can show you everything. Definitely, it's very challenging to remember everything. So that is why I just making all the demos for you one by one, like a max drop, expensive indexes, okay, linked servers, data masking, securities, geo application, elastic jobs, a couple of things which will show you from the command line how exactly it will work. Okay, so anyhow, you are so strong at GUI because you've been working from long back. You've been working in on premises. Now let me start working with the command prompt as well. When you are working, especially working with Azure SQL database, it's time to learn the commands. Yes or no? Online people.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you are okay, now can I go to the okay. Now let me go and deploy. Okay. Uh, vCore. Let me create a database. Let me deploy a database with vCore, sir. Okay. Let me deploy with vCore. Then we'll almost complete the deployment. Then tomorrow we can go for concept wise. We can go for the concept wise, sir. Now I'm going to deploy one more database, DB3. DB2 already existing, sir, in this logical mission, so I cannot create a duplicate name. So let me go for DB3. Now let me go for configure database. Now I am going to deploy the database using vCore. Now I'm going to deploy the database using vCore. Everyone okay, right? Online people. So any questions on DTO deployment, sir? Okay. So when you go for basic, maximum 5 DTUs. When you go for standard, maximum 3000 DTUs. Maximum your database size can be 1 TB. So when you go for premium, maximum 4000 DTUs, your database size can be 4 terabytes. Your database size can be 4 terabytes. Sir. Now, when you go for vCore purchasing model, okay, when you go for vCore purchasing model, here's something, sir. Okay, when you go for in under free trial subscription, only you can deploy in general purpose. When you go for pay as you go model, we have still two more, sir. One is hyperscale, one is business critical. One is hyperscale, one is business critical. When you go for general purpose, okay, so in free trial, you can deploy your database only in the general purpose. Only in general purpose. Maximum you can get 80 vCores. Maximum, let me show you from here, sir. Let me go for general purpose. Okay, maximum you can get 80 vCores. Maximum your database size can be 4 terabytes. Out of 4 terabytes, okay, 3 terabytes will be in data file, 1 terabyte can be in log file size, sir. See, Microsoft is telling clearly, out of 4 terabytes, 3 terabytes will be allocated to your data files, 1 terabyte can be go for the log file. Getting, sir? Not getting?
Yes, sir, got it.
Yes. When you go for hyperscale, okay, so there is nowhere, okay, there is nowhere where you can select the size of your database. See, because hyperscale is your database size can grow up to 100 terabytes. Hyperscale is nothing but your database size can be 100 terabytes, sir. If you are keep on increasing, your database will grow up to 100 terabytes. In hyperscale, you can just select the how many cores and how many secondary replicas I need to configure. How many secondary replica I need to configure when I go for the hyperscale. When I go for the hyperscale. Getting? So database size you cannot set. It depends on your utilization. The DB will grow up to 100 terabytes. When you go for specially working with the hyperscale deployments. Hyperscale is only compatible in the Azure SQL database. Hyperscale is not compatible in Azure MI. Okay? Not okay, sir?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. Now, when you go for the business critical, your database, your vCores can be maximum 80. Okay, vCores, and your database size can be 4 terabytes. So when you are selecting vCore, you identified up to 408 GB RAM. Okay, let me reduce. See, let me reduce. Anywhere your memory is reducing, sir. So based on your core, yesterday I shown you one document for you where I kept it. Let me show you. Okay. Related to memory. No. Let me go for Azure SQL, right? Azure SQL. Who are it is? Yeah. When you scroll down, okay. When you scroll down. See, here you mention about the log file and data file, backup and storage. Where you mention somewhere yesterday we found it about the memory. Okay, Azure SQL Server database with memory allocation. Okay. One second, sir. Let me share this doc to you. Let me add as a bookmark. Otherwise, it's very difficult every time if I want to go on search. Yeah. Now for Do you need more memory on Azure SQL manager instance? So we are specially working with Azure SQL database. CPU and memory allocation on Azure SQL database and MI, sir. This article belongs to both. Let me share this article to you as well. Okay. So mostly again I'm telling you just rely on the MSDN block most of the time. Okay, just scroll down, scroll down. Let me connect to the Object Explorer, right click on here, go to the, so sir, when you right click on here, are you able to see the properties? No, from logical mission, no. When you right click on database, when you right click on database, when you right click on properties, okay, see the article which is referring, this is like on-prem where you can directly see the memory allocated. But especially when you go for memory allocation over memory allocation, if you wanted to see the memory allocation, see memory allocation especially with PaaS environment. Now it depends on your DMV system. DBCC command, DMV is where you need to use DM underscore resource underscore utilization. So couple of DBCC DM, sorry, not every time I am getting DBCC DMV's commands. Okay, you need to use that DMV's commands to get more info about your memory allocation. Memory allocation. So completely it is on. It is completely on on-prem. Why it is showing on-prem? We required Azure SQL database. 1 second, sir. Microsoft itself is not provided. Yeah, see, sir, maximum when you go for per core 7 GB. Okay, so based on your compute hardware also, your memory allocation vary. It will change. Maximum, maximum, sir. Okay, based on your compute size, sir. When you go here, when you are selecting, so there is a compute tier is available. There is compute tier, sir, where you can change your hardware, where you can change your hardware. So when you click on here, again you are able to see Gen 5, FSV2 series, DC series, M series. Again, the series has been changing here. When you are changing the hardware, your memory allocation will also vary. Getting? Not getting, sir? Online people, then you will get one doubt, sir. If my whenever I am running the queries, I am going out of memory. I am getting whenever my application team is running and my application team is completing, I am getting out of memory. Then what I need to do? Increase your core. Automatically your memory will increase. There is nowhere where you can directly go and increase the memory. If you wanted to increase the memory, you need to increase the cores. Getting? Not getting? Online people,
Getting.
if you want to increase the memory in when you're especially working, you need to increase the cores. If you are increasing the core, automatically your memory will also increase. Assume you are using Gen 4. Assume now we have only Gen 5, not Gen 4. Gen 4 is a generation 4, sir. Generation 4 is the old. Gen 5. When you are using Gen 5, okay, so per vCore, 5.1 GB is consumed. So you are using 2 vCores, maximum 10 GB. If you wanted to increase the memory, increase one more core, 3 cores, then you will get maximum 15 GB. If you wanted to increase 16 GB, then what you need to do? Assume your RAM should be increased. Means your core will also increase. So if you are increasing the core, automatically your RAM will also increase. Clear? Not clear? Okay, let me make this block handy. Okay, now, okay, now let me, where we are actually, go to the configuration. Now, When you, okay, wait, not here, now here, sir. Again, same. When you go for uh, business critical, also you have capacity to you can increase your data files up to 4 terabytes. Up to 4 terabytes are here also. In general purpose, in business critical, your database size can be 4 terabytes. When you go for hyperscale, your database size can be 100 TB. Your database size can be 100 TB, sir. Got you? Everyone online people? I'm trying to compare because your accounts all are in free trial. You cannot go on see, at least you cannot see business critical and hyperscale. So same how, sir. This is how your business critical. So this is how your hyperscale will be available. So that's what I wanted to show you. Okay, what are the differences? What are the main uh, thing you need to take in care when you are deploying your database with business critical? If you are deploying your database with hyperscale. Okay. Everyone okay? Then I can start the explaining what is provision, what is serverless, what is compute hardware, what is license, everything we can discuss one by one. Any questions,
Okay.
sir? Okay. So when you are under service tier, okay, general purpose, we have two compute tiers, sir. One is provisioned, one is serverless. So serverless is compatible only on the general purpose. Serverless is not compatible in hyperscale. Serverless is not compatible in business critical. Okay, everything is a provisioned. If business critical and hyperscale is a provisioned, sir. Okay, serverless is only compatible in the business general purpose. Okay, it is not compatible in managed instance as well. In MIs also there is no concept called serverless, sir. Serverless is only under Azure SQL database under general purpose. Okay, make a note, sir. So then you will get one doubt. So forget about serverless, we'll discuss. Okay, what is provisioned, sir? Provisioned is nothing but compute resources are pre-allocated, billed per hour based on vCore configure. It is pre-allocated, sir. It will allocate for you. Means whatever the resources allocated for your database, okay, that resources no one can access when you go for provisioned. But when you go for serverless, that resources can uh, consumed by any other application or anyone can access when you go for serverless. I will explain you in a while. Hold for a serverless. So when you configure provision, okay, but mostly we will configure provisions are because all our resources can be pre-allocated. No one can use my resources like VM like what is that resources means? Okay, what is that resources? Compute resources, your CPUs, your memory. Okay, so getting my point. So when you go for compute hardware, so we have different computes like Gen 5, FSV2 version, DC series, M series. Okay, mostly we'll go for balancer. General purpose generation 5 is like a balanced. Okay, so there is no much difference you will see. When you go for Gen 5, maximum 80 cores you can build. Maximum your memory can be 408 GB. When you go for FSV2 series, maximum 72 core and maximum 136 GB of RAM. What is the price difference, sir, here? What is the price difference? Nothing but in Indian currency, it's nothing but 1,000 rupees. 1,000 rupees difference, sir. Apart from nothing you are seeing. Getting my point? When you go for F2 series, okay, you are reducing the core, you are reducing the max memory. What is the price? 1,000 rupees, sir. Very less when you convert it to dollars, like a $10. But if you hold a $10, you can go for up to 80 terabyte, 80 V cores, and your RAM can be 408 GB of RAM. Okay, and when you go for DC series, is like a confidential compute, more secured. Like you know the terminology or not? I'm not sure. When you go for real world, okay, you can find some enhanced security servers, cyber security servers, that kind of security servers where you can keep it in the DC series, more secured resources. Okay, compute resources, more secured. So cost is also a bit higher, sir. You are getting only eight cores and maximum 36 GB of RAM. But what is the cost? Is doubled. Is doubled than your Gen 5 and FS series, because it is more secured compute services. Okay, and M series. So it is regional wise. Some regions you can go and find. Okay, let me go for pay as you go models. Let me choose general purpose. Go for compute. See, in pay as you go mode also it is in grayed out. Someone asked just now, is there any quota limitation? Okay, no sir. So whatever you are seeing is same, sir. Only under free trial we have restrictions. You cannot go beyond that one allocation. That's it. Okay, not okay, sir. Online people.
Okay.
Now licensing, sir. Very interesting concept, licensing. Okay, assume you have we'll discuss licensing part tomorrow in detail. Okay, uh, we are running out of time today. Okay, let me discuss a short about the licensing. Okay, I'm not discussing very detailed way. Tomorrow I will explain you detail about the licensing. How many types of license are available? Core based license, cal based license. Okay, so core based means per vCore how much Microsoft is going to charge. Uh, SQL Server. Okay, 2019 licensing guide. Yeah, see, there are two models. So core-based licensing model, server plus CAL licensing model. CAL stands for client access licenser. Okay, how many clients are trying to authenticate to the server? So it depends. So these are the two models are available: core-based licensing, server plus CAL-based licensing. So where you can get more. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Yeah. Okay. Pricing anywhere mentioned here? Enterprise is not mentioned about the pricing. I want pricing as well. Scroll down, down, down. See, server plus cal, core base. Somewhere you mentioned about the pricing, sir. I wanted to see the price. 1 second, please. This wait some time. Let me go here. This is also best article, sir. Not about the pricing, but you can learn about the model. Okay, core base, what is cal base? I want not pricing. So I want to know about the pricing, sir. SQL Server 2019 pricing. scroll down. Yes, yes, sir. So this is the side where you can see the pricing, license pricing. Okay, I will explain you all this tomorrow. Okay, just try to understand because it's a short notice. Let me deploy. Okay, a database. Okay, about the pricing, how Microsoft is charging the prices. But when you go for Azure, something different, sir. It's a hybrid. Azure. Okay, so Azure hybrid licensing part. When you click on place your cursor, see Azure hybrid benefits. When you click on more, so assume you have purchased some licenses. Assume you have purchased some license in on-prem and you are not using that license in on-prem. Can I waste of that license? No, sir. You can use that license in Azure as well. How? What Microsoft is claiming is very important, sir. Try to understood. Okay, maximize the saving by using Azure hybrid benefits for both Windows Server and SQL Server workloads. Means whatever the license you purchase for the Windows Server, whatever the license you purchase for the SQL Server, you can use that in Azure as well. But okay, using existing SQL license in platform as a service as well, not only in IaaS, sir, you can also use in the PaaS environment, whatever the license you purchased in on-premises, sir. Okay, so how? Apply SQL Server 1 to 4 vCore exchange. How you are accessing for for every one core of SQL Server Enterprise Edition. One core, one core, sir. Okay, see what I mean to say. This is two core. Okay, for two core, Microsoft is charging $13,748. Okay, per month. Not per assume not per month. Sorry. I'm taking it back. Okay, for two cores, Microsoft is charging $13,748. If I go for calculator, okay, 13,748 divided by two for one core, 687 for $874. Micro $6,874 Microsoft is charging for enterprise. Getting my point? Online people? Online people? Are you
Yes,
there?
yes.
Yes. A standard per vCore. How Microsoft is charging. Standard server. Standard. If you are purchasing, sir, this is server. This is SQL. This is server, sir. When you are purchasing Windows Server Standard Edition, Windows Server Data Center Edition, Windows Server, like when you go for server, it's server, sir, not for your SQL. Okay, it's server. See, please be careful. Server per server. Okay, so standard plus cal client access, sir. How much Microsoft is charging? So this is how the license where Microsoft is going to charge. See, when you go for SQL Server Enterprise, okay, when you go for two core per year, Microsoft is charging 5,434. Okay, wait, yeah. Okay, so this is what Microsoft is charging per year, sir, for two core. So you are purchasing uh, bulk amount of licensing from Microsoft. So if you are not using, you need to pay, right? So what Microsoft is doing? So Microsoft came up with a new concept called Azure Hybrid. So whatever the licensing you purchased, that license you can convert those license in the PaaS environment as well. PaaS environment as well. How? See, for every one core SQL Server Enterprise Edition, you can get 4 vCore of SQL managed instance or Azure SQL Database General Purpose and Hyperscale, but you are not getting business critical. You are not getting business critical, sir. Means one vCore of Enterprise Edition on-prem license equal to four vCore of managed instance and general purpose and hyperscale. Okay, for vCore of your SQL Server Standard Edition on Azure VM. So as we are a database administrator, mostly licensing part will discuss from the application team, right? Someone may got opportunity to work with the licensing base as well. But this is how the licensing will working in on-prem and Azure as well. So in Azure, there is a concept called Azure Hybrid. Please try to remember this keyword. Very, very important. How licensing will works in Azure means using Azure Hybrid benefits where we can use on-prem licensing over the Azure in not only in IaaS, even in PaaS as well. Got you, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so if you have the license, you can click on save. Okay, now you can click on save, so no one will come and ask you. Okay, now base. Okay, I don't want. Let me choose without license. Okay, so when you. Okay, now see. So base I am using with 2 core, and I am using one GB of storage. So Microsoft is charging, okay, 27,000 rupees per month. Microsoft is charging 27,000 rupees per month. If I am selling, yes, I am having license. Okay, with the same. Okay, so how much Microsoft is charging per month? 16,000 rupees per month. 10,000 price has been reduced only for license. Getting, sir? Online people, 40% you are getting the discount. See, 40% you are getting the discount if you have the license out of your total expense. Okay, hope you understand, sir. What about the licensing part, about compute hardware, about compute years, online people.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, that is complete about the provisions, sir. Let me click on apply. Let me click. I'm deploying with a 2 core and 1 GB of storage. Okay, click on unload. Same, sir. Again, same security part we already discussed. Not now. Okay. Okay. With sample data, click on review and create. Means try to understood. Now I am having a logical server. On that logical server, I am having 3 databases. 2 databases are running with DTU purchasing model. 1 database is running with vCore purchasing model. Will you agree, sir? Will you agree or not?
Yes.
Online people? Yes. Okay, means in one logical server, you can maintain a number of databases. That databases can be run with DTU purchasing model. That databases can run with the vCore purchasing model. Then you will get wondered how Microsoft is going to maintain all this. Okay, that I will explain you tomorrow. Then we'll go for the concept wise, sir. Okay, hope you understood. Hope you understood, sir.
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I have one question. When we created the DB2 database, it came to service tier with 10 DTU. How did it choose?
Model database.
Okay.
Hidden. See, now we have 3 databases. Okay, so three databases with different service tiers. So one is with S1 20 DTUs, one is S0 10 DTUs, one is with general purpose. Okay, general purpose. Assume you will get one more doubt. Sir, currently I am running with the DTU. Sorry, currently I am running with the DTU. I wanted to change my configuration. I won't change my configuration. If you open the database, go to the compute and storage. Okay, so if you want to change, what happened? 1 second, sir. No, no, okay. Come on. Why? Very slow. Overly. 1 second, sir. Yeah, now someone got it. Now, sir, currently I am using standard with the 10 DTUs, right? Can I switch? Yes, sir. Directly you can switch back to the basic. Yes, you can switch back to the basic. Or if you wanted to switch from DTU to vCore, yes, you can switch it as you wish, sir. The runtime you are changing. So runtime you are changing, but only one thing is whatever the connections established in that time, all will be disconnected. Okay, runtime you can change it. Okay, database runtime you can change the service tiers from DTU to DTU or DTU to vCore or vCore to DTU, vice versa, sir. Anything you can change it a runtime itself. But whenever users are connected, all users will be disconnected. All the users will be disconnected. Now I am going for vCore purchasing model, sir. See, from directly from DTU S0 10 DTUs to I am going to upgrade my database to the vCore. Yes, sir, you can do it. You can downgrade, you can upgrade. You can downgrade, you can upgrade. But only one challenge you will see is all the connections, whatever the connections established at the DB level, will be disconnected. Okay? Not okay, sir? Okay, it is performing. Yeah. So we discussed complete about the deployment models and accessing Azure SQL database and some of the commands we discussed today. Tomorrow we'll go for the concept wise, sir. Okay. Hope you understood.
Yes.
Any questions before I stop the recording? Any questions? I'm going to remove the resource group. So again, I'm telling once you practice, remove the resource group directly. It will relate everything. Okay. So if no questions, oh, forget to show you. See now, see it changed actually. When you go to logical server, when you go to the databases, see now it is changed. I'm so sorry. Somehow I missed this one. Now it is changed. Okay, from standard S0 to directly you upgraded to the vCore. Yes, sir, you can upgrade that one. Now let me stop it.